Hey guys, thanks for joining for this quick tutorial video on how to track Atonement efficiently, in my opinion, using the Vuhdo add-on. So that's only available for Vuhdo. There's probably a similar way to do that on other healers add-on. So when you freshly install Vuhdo, what you will see in your party frame, here I have it just below my wicovers, is the unit frame of all your party members. And when you apply powered shield, you will see like a few things different. You have the weakened soul, also that's a debuff, and you have the list of heal over time effects, the hot icons at the bottom of the unit frame. So first I will remove the weakened soul debuff, which I think is pretty annoying and useless. For that, you just simply open your Vuhdo options. So I do have the shortcut here. There's like also like a way to open the panel, the menu from the chat. And once you're in the Vuhdo options, you go into the debuff section to remove the weakened soul debuff. And what you do is you have a section here that ignores a list of debuff, and just simply write down weakened soul, that's the name of the debuff, and you just save it. Once you have saved it, you have it in the list, so in the future if you actually want to see it, you just go and delete it again, well, not again, but you delete it from the list and you will see it. So once you've done that and you save and you apply, you won't see the weakened soul debuff in the list. So that's the first thing I'd like to do when freshly installing Vuhdo. So the second thing, you can see like the hot icons are below the unit frame, so you can go into the Vuhdo options, get into the panels for the hot icons here. So usually when you open it in general, just go into the heal over time effects, and here you have the location of the debuff. So here it's like really below the unit frame. Personally, if I keep it, I'd rather have them inside, so it's more condensed, but you can leave it like below, so you can leave it inside. It's up to you. So you have here also, just a quick explanation, you have the list, so the slot number 1 is here on the left. That's going to be pins up, then powered shield, and then should probably have put like Atonement here. There you go. So you can choose which one to see, which one not to see. So that is the standard way Vuhdo is working. Another thing, quick things that I don't like to see is the headers for the name of the group. So I just go simply in the headers, still in the panel section, headers, just don't show them. I think it's better, it's cleaner not to show the headers. Okay, so that is for the standard thing. I can put them back at the bottom, that's fine as well. So for the next section, I will talk about getting the red inner glow for the Atonement. And for that, what you need to do is go into the general section, general panel of the Vuhdo options. So you have like all, so that's the main, when you open it, it's like the general, the basic. And what you need to do is go into expert mode. Once you click on the expert mode in the Bouquet, here you have like a list of existing one, and what you need to do is create a new one. I will just create a new one so you can see. So there you go, you have the new one, it's called the toe, whatever you want to do. And what you do next in the special event or buff or debuff, you enter the name of the debuff, Atonement, and then make sure this one is what do you say, not checked, otherwise you will see other people's atonement, so that's going to be very messy. And then you just add it. Sometimes it doesn't work, so you just write it down again, atonement. So then you have it. So then you really uncheck this one, choose the color you want to have. I mean, I choose red, personal preference. Just click OK. So now you have the Atonement Bouquet set up, but when you click, it still doesn't show anything. What you need to do is, so you've basically registered the buff you want to track. Now you need to choose how you want to track it, and for that you need to go into the general panel options in Vuhdo, check the indicators, and that's where how you want to show the atonements on your unit unit frames for the party members. So as you can see, so I've done some modifications, so I'm not really sure this is exactly what you will see when you freshly install Vuhdo, but what I like to see is the inner glow here to be the indicator for atone people. So what you simply, I think this one is off or empty when you freshly install, so that's a free slot, so you can use that one. And you just simply choose from all the Bouquet existing one, and so you just created the Atonement one, and there you have it. Now the Atone people icons is not an icons that you can track below the unit frame, but it's going to be just a red glow of the unit frame for people that have it. You can change the thickness, for example, of the glow. I find that I think at least like 2 points. 2 points is still a bit too low for me. 6 points would be the max, and usually I just choose 4 points. I think that's the right thickness for the glow. And you can go back into edit mode to change the color. So if you prefer to have the tracking yellow, green, cyan, blue, purple, whatever you like, I just choose red. I think it's easier to see in the frames during the raids. I think this is more like a raid thing than a dungeon thing. In dungeon you can still try to look for those like icons. Okay, so then after that, I mean, what I usually do is I actually deactivate the Atonement tracking. I mean, the power shell, I usually don't track it. I still put it back location so I don't see any pollution. And yes, I think that's pretty much it. A last thing that you can do as well, so once you have registered your Bouquet for the Atonement tracking, what you can do in the indicator in this big panel, so you don't have to choose, of course, this like inner glow. There's like other options. I believe this one, the side panel on the left, can be also a useful way to track. So then you can see that you have like a new bar on the left side of the unit frame, and when you actually click it, so now you know there's like a atonement on that person, and you also have the time. You have like a timer. I usually don't use it. It can be useful, I guess. I'm probably gonna try in the future to use that way as well. Alright, so I think that's pretty... Oh, I didn't save. There you go. And I just remove those guys. You can even like just empty them. I just wanted to add also that this way of tracking atonement for this quiz is also a good way to track other buff on other healers. And here I'm on my Mistweaver Monk, And sometimes you like to know and make sure that all your party members have renewing mist on them, especially big AoE coming in dungeons. So in the same way, you can track that with like an inner glow. So I will quickly show you how to do that. So it's not going to be called Atonement. So first you registered the name of the bouquet, so our mist. So we can create a new one, so our mist. And you just add the new bouquet details, and here you will obviously enter the name renewing mist. Make sure you use capital letters, otherwise sometimes it doesn't work. Always show yours. So same thing, I choose red, and so the same options here as for Atonement on Dispersed, and then you have it, so it's saved. So once you have the bouquet, same as the Dispersed, what you need to do is choose the indicator, how you want to show on each unit frame for your party members, how you want to show it. So if you choose the inner glow, I mean the same thing, you will have like the same options as before. So that can be useful. The other thing that is useful for renewing mist is also having, instead of having the inner glow, you can choose also this one with the side panel that actually show you how much or how long they still have renewing mist for. And after that, I mean, of course, you can remove it from the list, keeping, I don't know, essence font, enveloping mist, soothing mist if you want. I mean, that is really up to you guys. And yes, and this is definitely something you can do also on any other healers, your Resto Shaman with Riptide, or even your RDruid with rejuvenation, the hot icons. So basically any icon, any other time effects that are listed for your healers, you can switch from an icon tracking below or inside the frame to an outside or inner glow timer bar on the left using that method.